Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of and sorry for the best podcast. I'm your host Ahmed Faiz, and in this podcast, we're going to be and talking about and reducing time for social media time usage. Um, if you're listening and to this podcast in Spotify or or Apple Podcasts, please subscribe and follow and to tune in and for more episodes. And also in this podcast, I'm joined with my good friend Sammy. Sammy, can you please introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Sami. I'm from Algeria. I've been a friend of Ahmed Faiz since year seven, I'm guessing. So this is like 3 years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've
Almost.
got to know this guy. This guy is the bravest man I've ever known. Yo,
Yeah,
especially
thank
what happened. Yeah, nah, man. This guy, he does not care what anybody thinks. That's the thing. So like,
you.
whenever we go out, we just do stupid shit, and like we have fun mostly,
Yeah. Exactly.
bro.
Yeah. So we're gonna be focusing on social media today. Um,
Hmm?
and we know that and social media is
It's
addicting.
very toxic and addicting. Yeah.
Yeah, and we know that and social media is addicting, um, and that it's a huge and distraction for us. So then that our brain just it it just uh, goes with the flow of social media, like and we can't have and like we can't have and control of ourselves in this time, and you get what I mean.
Exa- Exactly. Like, social media teaches our brain to like depend on like our electronics and shit. And I can't say anything because like I'm on like social media 24/7 mostly. If
Yeah.
I'm not on the phone, I'm either like wanking or like eating or sleeping. That's it.
Yeah,
All day, honestly, fam. Like, there's no in between. There's social media and then there's sleeping.
yeah,
So it teaches our brain to depend on social media. So like if we go like a couple of minutes, or like I've known people that can't go, that legit they cannot go like half an hour without their phone.
exactly.
Like they would actually like, yeah, like they get so bored. No, but
Yeah.
like for me, whenever I go out with people, I try to be with people. Obviously
Hmm.
I I record I want to get memories obviously, so I
Yeah,
record everything instead of being in the moment. But
yeah.
at the same time, you could say that electronics is a good thing. Like obviously, too much of anything is bad.
Exactly,
Mm.
exactly. And especially and during this time where we're in lockdown and in quarantine, and we don't have like anything else to do, like, and we're just stuck at home.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So yeah,
and
we're like during quarantine, like we're obviously like it's like the most unhealthy we've been because like we're legit stuck in our homes,
yeah,
and like obviously for me honestly, I'm a fat sack of shit. So like I try losing weight, but like my gym is closed. There's no basketball court in my compound. You know what I
exactly.
mean? So it's like a huge demotivator. Like
Yeah,
especially when you're trying, like when the only environment you can lose weight in is an environment with like a lot of people around you, like in a gym, where
yeah.
you have, yeah, where like you look at people and then you see, oh, they're working so hard. I want to work as hard as them, and
Yeah,
then you strive to do your best. But obviously at home you're alone. Like you'd be like, yo, what's the point?
yeah.
You have all these things. You have food. Like you have, like for most people, you have food in the fridge. You can go down whenever you want. Legit, you have your phone in your pocket. It's like it's always
Exactly,
charged. It's all these
exactly.
distractions, and basically stops you from getting motivated enough to work out.
Yeah. And also, like, it it creates like this long-term effects of anxiety, and like
Mm-hmm.
and later on, like, and when you don't do your work for like school
Yeah,
or your company, like, and you're gonna feel guilty for not doing your work after that,
mm-hmm.
you know what I mean.
Yeah. It also like it basically procrastination.
Exactly,
It leads to
exactly.
procrastination, like because you have these like distractions. It's all about distractions. and it also leads to unhealthy habits,
Exactly.
especially unhealthy habits, and you're trying to like get rid of during the time of Ramadan. Obviously, we've had the Ramadan for the past month, from April 22nd
Yeah,
to
yeah,
March, sorry, to May 23rd. We're obviously we're not only supposed to be fasting like from eating or drinking. We're supposed to be fasting from our eyes, or
yeah,
viewing pornography or like sexual material. Our
yeah,
ears listening to music. Our mouth, especially when playing video games. As a guy that plays like a shit ton of GTA
yeah. For
or
hours
Call of
and
Duty or
hours.
even
Yeah,
Fortnite for hours and hours, and like you get angry and you start raging,
yeah,
and so it like you have like it stops you from being able to like experience like the full purpose of Ramadan.
yeah. Exactly. And like and during this lockdown, we're supposed to like get to know our family, a lot more better. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, for
like
me,
like
I've gotten close. I've gotten closer to my brother personally. I've gotten closer to him. We start talking more. But at the same time, we've developed like with my brother and like my parents.
yeah,
Obviously, you need your alone time because during lockdown you're stuck with the same. For me, I live in a family of seven. Just for me, I'm stuck in the same like with the same six people, and like
yeah,
we're legit just doing the same thing
yeah.
over and over and over again.
I-
Wake
I-
up,
It's
eat, go on social media, sleep. That's it.
yeah, it's just like a whole. It's just like a whole, like and refreshing, like year for, and for all of us, just to come out of this lockdown, just like calm and steady. You know what I'm saying? And like and like
I
you're
mean, like,
conscious and to get out of this world. You know what I'm saying? Like and you know what to do
yeah,
after this pandemic is over. But like I think you can control this and this habit of using your phone by setting up an environment to become more focused with yourself, uh, um, and just like leave it off your attention. Like if you want to study and just throw your phone on your bed, or just leave it under your bed, or just and put it on your drawer or something. Because if you want to take action, uh you have to build that mindset of and motivation. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, exactly. And like the quarantine has made it so much harder to be away from your phone. That's why I made it like a priority after the quarantine. Hopefully, mid June, early July, quarantine will end. It's bullshit. It's bullshit, especially because like they announced like the Ministry of Public Health announced that's gonna last 2 weeks. They added an extra 2 months, and after that, they added an extra 2 months. So now we're going into June. Well, like we're well into May. Like we
Yeah,
have heard nothing.
exactly.
Like the number of cases every day, it's in the upper thousands. Like
It's just
legit.
increasing every day.
Yeah, it's increasing every day. It's going actually no, it's going up and it's going down. It's going up and it's going down. Like
Yeah,
one day it's 1,700. One day it's like 1,500. It's going then I thought 1,800. It's complete bullshit.
yeah. So we don't know
Especially
where this
because
is going, actually.
yeah, and there's so many, not so many, but there's some countries that are coming out of quarantine, like in Greece and New Zealand. Like these two countries, they've been out of like the quarantine has ended for them. They're into
Really?
single digits right now. Yeah, and like the shops are slowly opening, and malls, establishments, like companies are slowly opening again, which is great for them. But like for us,
Yeah, yeah. It's good. Yeah, it's actually good.
yeah, we were like one of the last countries to get the coronavirus, like
Yeah,
coronavirus cases.
yeah.
Yet we're higher than some countries in Africa. In Algeria, I think it's up to 10,000. 10,000. I'm not sure. Last time I checked, it was 5,000. I'm guessing right now it's 10,000. We're at 35,000 cases
Oh,
in Qatar.
that's a
In
lot.
Qatar,
Like in Africa,
that's
like we don't have like that much of a resource. You know what I mean?
yeah. We're not that developed. We're not that developed in it. Like
Yeah, exactly.
Qatar is like it's the richest country in the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
getting these many cases, and it's mostly from migrant workers.
Yeah.
So let's go back. Let's go back to let's go back to the topic. So like,
And I just come back to our topic. uh,
so reducing time spent during social media. Yeah, you're gonna have to like put yourself in a mindset where you don't need to depend on your phone or on your laptop to have fun. Obviously, it will be hard. Obviously, because like as someone that that was surrounded by social media, I had like since we were like 5 years old. For me, I had like a computer like in my parents' room. So I was 5 years old. I used to stay on the computer for hours and hours, and it's hard for me to stay off social media. Like
yeah,
obviously, you need things to help, but that's why quarantine fucks it up. Because
yeah,
the thing that
exactly.
helps me stay away from social media is like my friends. So like I live in the moment. I have fun with
Exactly.
them. I stop going on my phone. I talk to them,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
which is like
exactly.
it's really hard for
Yeah,
everyone,
yeah,
especially
yeah, yeah.
especially
Like,
for people with mental health issues. Sorry, can you see what you're saying?
yeah, exactly. And like now, and like now in currently, like and many people have like goals to do, right. But like in
Yeah,
order to make their goals, like to and to achieve their goals, they need to have like a focused mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't overthink the process and think about the reward. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about the reward, so you can work harder after that. You know what I mean? And and
exactly.
like and you got to have the intention for the work. You can't just do the work and have no intention in doing it. You know what I mean? Like, you won't be like as focused, like uh as you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
and like you won't go into that state of flow afterwards. So like, yeah,
I get you. But you have to like obviously look at it from a different perspective, like how social media can be helping others. For me, I've made many friends like through social media.
yeah,
Especially I'm
yeah,
talking to them like I talk to them right now. They're amazing friends. Like I love them so much.
exactly.
You gotta look at it here. You gotta look at it from a different perspective, innit?
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause, like social media can help you with so much. Keep in touch with your relatives. Because like my main family, like my father, mother, grandmother, and my sister, my siblings, they're in Qatar. The rest, like the absolute rest, are in Algeria.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so I gotta keep in touch with them. That's why Facebook has helped. Like I know it's an old, like very old, like social, like a way to use social media, but it's there. Facebook is what most of my family use,
yeah,
and
yeah,
so I
yeah.
use it to keep in touch with them.
Yes,
And like
it's a good thing.
it also helps you with everything else online, like social media. You need social media because now you can't really go to a restaurant and order food. Like imagine if you're too lazy to cook,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
if like your parent, or if your parents like have like working jobs and they can't
yeah,
really cook, you can
exactly,
order, which is really good.
exactly.
But yeah, but like obviously that's using social media at a very limited rate. Unlike what like, other cases I've seen where people legit are on social media 24/7, they don't get off it.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
take the time to be with their family. And I've been guilty of this before. Obviously, I don't take breaks. And
yeah,
in fact, I go so far with it as to I actually start gaining weight from it,
yeah,
which could be very dangerous, especially in time quarantine. You're not moving at all. I'm stuck on my bed the whole day.
yeah, exactly. And like obviously procrastination. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we do it all the time. Like, and when we come to do work, like, um, and we're working, right, and then we get a message on like Snapchat or IG, right? So we're just like, okay, I'm just gonna uh, uh, message back this person, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna continue my work, and then that message turns into like 2 hours of TikTok or Instagram or
Yeah,
Snapchat. You know what I mean?
I've been a bro. I downloaded TikTok as a joke, like as a joke.
Yeah,
Like I didn't even mean. I was like, okay. I legit deleted it 3 times before, and I downloaded it one time, and then like I even made a TikTok. It's private. I put it like only friends, only like, the people that I'm friends with the TikTok can see it. But like I got a bit excited. I missed. Actually, I got I got 350 views. I got excited. I was like, okay, look at me, I'm famous. Hey.
I,
No, All
no,
jokes, all jokes.
I think that TikTok just saying just taking all of our time during this quarantine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just because like you don't realize it. It's only like most of the videos are just a minute, right? But you
Yeah,
don't realize how long, how much content you can stream.
yeah,
And
exactly.
yeah,
The amount of
and like
videos
so
that you
six.
watch in like
Yeah,
1 hour is just a lot massive.
it's like you're watching. Imagine you're watching like you watch 60 videos that are 1 minute. That does
Yeah,
not sound a lot, but that's legit an hour. Like
yeah,
that's well over an hour.
yeah,
And so
exactly.
like I gotta take a break sometimes. Anything to help. Like I go out into the backyard. In my backyard, I have a trampoline, and I play with my siblings in it. I legit just spend time with my siblings,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
sometimes it gets annoying. So then I just go back to social media.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And like,
I dep-
um,
we depend too much.
like, and to overcome this addiction of social media, um, like the more work you do, obviously, and the more happiness you get, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like,
The more
uh,
satisfied you are.
uh, it just basically depends on you on your reward, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
If you know your goal, if you know your aim, like and for the next thing that you want to do, you know what I'm saying, and you're just gonna take go through the pain and sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, and just go
Hmm.
through it, you know what I'm saying, to and to just end it, and yeah, and get the reward, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, for like imagine like you have dreams. Obviously, you
Yeah,
need to like you have two choices. You have to sacrifice for that dream, or you
yeah,
have to sacrifice that dream for something else.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right? You gotta make sacrifices early on if you really trust in the dream. If you really want to do it, you
yeah,
gotta make
exactly.
sacrifices early. So social media is a definite sacrifice. But obviously, I don't want to like remove social media completely out of my life. I want to reduce the amount of time I'm using it.
Yeah,
But I'm not
exactly.
saying, oh, don't use social media. Social media is evil. Like social media will like legit break all your bonds with your family. No, no, no. I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
use it less. Like take some time for yourself.
yeah,
Obviously, like before like some people are on social media because their friends are there and like they're on there 24/7. Take
yeah,
time to work on yourself because it inhibits your ability to like think of yourself whenever you think social media. You think of pleasures. You think of temporary pleasures, which is right now. Think of long. You need to think of long term,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
basically.
And like multi and like don't multitasking because it's a mess, and like and you make a lot of mistakes while you
Yeah,
do like
exactly.
a couple of things, and like in one time, like uh, uh,
Hmm.
your brain can't adapt to that, you know what I'm saying. You need to take like
Exactly.
small steps, you know what I'm saying, like and small routines, you get what I mean.
Hmm. Yeah, I got you. I got you, bro. Now,
Yeah,
social media really affects all of us.
yeah,
You
and like,
cannot say. Sorry, you continue.
yeah, yeah, and like um in 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 order to prevent that, like you need to create like small adaptations and for your body, for example, like and waking up early, exercising, you know what I'm saying, eating well, you know what I'm saying, like having and going on a diet for a bit, you know what I'm saying,
I
and
mean, I
reading
can't say shit because my diet's been. I'm not even gonna say my diet. Legit, waking up in the middle of the night, just the first thing I think of is food.
exactly,
Legit,
exactly.
legit. Like Ramadan, I didn't actually. It's surprising. I did not gain weight during Ramadan. Just
Yeah,
really surprising because like
yeah,
a lot
because
of
we're
people
stuck at
they
home, and we don't really move around, you know what I mean.
not. Oh yeah, yeah, we're stuck and we don't move around. And then there's iftar, and then like in an hour we managed to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in that 1 hour,
Yeah.
which is really unhealthy. Which is really
Yeah,
unhealthy. I didn't get
yeah,
weight. I was surprised
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I ate a shit ton. I'm telling you, a shit ton, bro. I'm talking like spending an hour in the bathroom. Fam,
uh,
nah.
bro.
But social media distorts your worldviews, especially because like there's a lot of content available that can distort your perspectives
Yeah,
or
and
like
there's
in
a
real
lot of
life.
and there's a lot of influences, you know what I'm saying, from like
influencers, especially. Yeah.
YouTube, Netflix, all of that.
Mm-hmm. Pornhub.
And PS4s, you know what I'm saying, like games.
Nah,
But I think
man.
the most app used and during this time is just TikTok. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, for
it
me, yeah,
just
my most first. Let me check my most used app. My most used app. Okay, let me check. 1 second. Damn. Wait.
is
It
it TikTok?
is. It's Instagram first, then it's TikTok. It's
Yeah,
Instagram,
yeah,
then
same.
TikTok, yeah, and then Snap.
Yeah, so like it just takes a lot of your time, you know what I mean? Like you could be using that and you could be using that time, to like read a book, do some schoolwork, revise, or like or just hang out with the family and have a chat with them.
Exactly.
But instead
Yeah.
you just spend your time on Instagram. So like in my perspective, yeah, you can and you can just make a routine, um, just wake up early, have a good diet, exercise. You know what I'm saying? Plan your time. You know, I don't
Yeah.
I don't really plan my time because I live in a black household. So like,
Yeah, it's like just go with the flow.
yeah, exactly. Like, and anything and could happen. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, but like I do exercise and go on with it with a good
Hmm.
diet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I get you. I understand. And I wish, like, because like we're not that different here, Sudani and Algerian. We don't have that much. Like the cultures are
yeah,
like pretty similar, especially like the food,
yeah,
and like especially like the way our parents behave. For your parents, they're pretty strict. I'm guessing.
yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah,
I, I I'm grateful to have more understanding parents.
yeah,
Right. I'm a bit more grateful to have. I know a lot of like not a lot of North Africans that like their parents or something else, like they don't give two shits
yeah.
about any explanation. If they see something wrong, they will tell you, and even if it's not wrong, right? Like they will still punish you for it. I'm happy. I'm grateful to have understanding parents,
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
especially especially ones that grew up like wanting more, like they're able to provide, and they're happy that they're able to provide for me and my family and their family. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. And also like we could be using this time, to upgrade our mindset and
Mindset,
motivation.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Improving, yeah. So
Yeah,
you
and
need. I think the problem is people they can't find anything to pull motivation from, because obviously there's with like I said before, people in the gym they use other people working out, seeing how they're like trying to improve themselves as their own motivation. Some people using
exactly.
something else, like saying, "Oh, if I lose weight, I'll be healthier." That could be their motivation. Or,
Yeah,
"Oh, if I lose weight, I'll be able to join the basketball team." Like
yeah,
they could use like they could pull motivation from a lot of things. And
exactly.
the goal during the quarantine for me is to find something I could like pull motivation from. My school year is over, right? The basketball season ended, I think if I remember correctly, early January. Like the
Yeah.
basketball season ended early January. We were shy. We were utter shy. I think we only won one game.
Oh, okay.
Listen. All the players, I'm telling you, all the players. I'm sorry if I'm getting off topic. All the players there. There's only two good players besides me. One of them is a close friend of mine,
Yeah,
and like basketball, like it wasn't really good motivate like got motivated for me because I was in the bench the whole time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
And
I
so,
wouldn't say that the other basketball players were shit, but I'm just saying,
yeah. So there is room for improvement. You get what I mean? So
room for
like
improvement. Exactly.
it doesn't require a lot of
There's always room for improvement. There's always
yeah, like it doesn't require a lot of sacrifice. You just need to, yeah, and you just need to take like small steps every time, like every day.
yeah.
You need to like have some time and attention to yourself, and put some value for yourself. You get what I mean?
You also need patience because
Yeah,
Obviously, like if you're doing something new, like imagine working out, you'll never find progress within the first month or the first like 2 weeks of. I've seen people that they work out for 2 weeks, they don't see any progress with their weight or with
yeah,
gaining muscle, and they give up. You
yeah,
need to be
and it's
patient.
not, yeah, exactly.
I didn't even see myself losing weight until the first month, and I was going hard. It legit, the first month I lost. I checked this later. There's like a machine you could do. I don't know what, but like, I in the first month I checked and I lost I think around 5-6 kilograms, and I gained 1 or 2 in muscle. And I was
Oh,
like, yo, okay.
yeah, that's good.
I was really happy with myself.
Yeah, accomplishments. Yeah,
Accomplishments,
uh,
progress.
and like you can and you can control your addiction. You know, like and with just your mind. You know what I'm saying? With just like snap of your mind, you can control all of this. Like you have to reduce the temptation. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
you have to be more self-important. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. And you need to set up an environment to yourself and to like require immediate attention. Like I know like when you get a text in your phone and then you immediately uh, just pick it up and just start typing, right? But like just and just put and if if you're working on something and just put your phone on silent and and just throw it away, like it's not that hard to do. You know what I mean?
yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
Oh, man. Mm.
yeah, and
And putting yourself in an environment is like really is one of the really important things because an environment can like make or break your motivation.
yeah,
At the end of the day, it comes to motivation. That's it.
yeah, exactly, motivation. But like,
If you have the motivation to do anything, you're set. Motivation to get money, you're set. Motivation to improve yourself, to lose weight, to gain muscle, whatever it is you want to do, to get into a specific college or university or something,
yeah,
to like get better grades. If you have the motivation, then you're
exactly,
basically set in life.
yeah, exactly. I think that and this lockdown is a lesson, you know, like and to teach ourselves that and we could be like um, a better person, you know, and when you come
Mm.
out of this a lockdown, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, you could and you could be a better person and improved person, you know what I'm saying? Your
yeah.
mind's just and different from everyone else, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. But bro, like, what's like the thing that the lockdown is teaching us is how much we really depend on our friends as well. So I
Yeah,
feel like we'll come out the lockdown a much better person because we'll see, oh my god, I was spending all this time like on my phone, not spending time with my friends. It will teach us not to take like a moment like time for granted. And like
yeah.
our time is worth a lot. Time is worth a lot.
Yeah,
80
and then
years
you
is
feel
not
guilty
that
about it.
long. Huh?
And then you're gonna feel guilty about it when you lost it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. All these lost times. I wish I was so lucky. I was so lucky to be able to have one like because for us like the lockdown is for everyone in Qatar. The lockdown started in May. It's not shouldn't May, and Monday, March 12th or 13th. I can't remember.
yeah,
But it started then. Yeah, I'm so lucky to be able to go meet up with my friends one last time before we didn't see each other at all. And
yeah,
also, I'm so lucky that I'm able, like, I have a friend that lives like right next to my house. Like his compound's right next to my house. I'm so
yeah,
lucky to be able to even like look at him or hear from him. And I have a family friend, and she comes over. She barely comes over, but like I'm so happy to have a friend that's like that comes over to my house. We have fun. We talk about everything.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
interested in the same topics, and
yeah. It's good. It's
I'm
good.
just so glad. Just so glad I'm able to have like people to interact with that aren't my father, that isn't my mother, that isn't my siblings or my grandmother.
Yeah,
Obviously, I love them.
and
Obviously, I
these
love them.
connections. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, uh, having connections, of from like the outside world is a good thing, to and to know
Mm-hmm.
how people are living. right now in this current situations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, for me, we developed so much unhealthy habits. Like for me, I can't say shit because uh I like have struggled a lot with addiction. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
nicotine addiction,
yeah,
and I improved upon it a lot. Like I'm currently like vaping, so I can like because I used to be addicted to like docha and cigarettes,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and I even was caught with cigarettes. Right, I was caught smoking. And
yeah,
I was so lucky that my parents they smoked when they were younger. They were my age when they were my age. They smoked.
yeah, yeah,
Right, they even drank. Yeah, so they were like one much younger. So they only gave me like a punishment for 1 month. To let me keep my phone, but I wasn't able to go out. Like
yeah,
even now, like I'm trying to stop myself from smoking cigarettes. So what I'm doing as an alternative is vaping. And each month, I'm gonna try to do this. I'm gonna go with less nicotine every month. Yeah, every month, because
yeah,
the juice you can like choose the amount of nicotine.
yeah. That's a good
I'm
thing.
waiting on. I'm waiting on an order right now because mine broke. Mine broke, and I've been really tempted. I'm waiting. It's coming legit today in at 3 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So an hour and a half. An hour and a half. Yeah, is coming.
Yeah, yeah. And also like I have addiction myself, I have addiction to coffee, so like
Coffee. Yeah,
yeah, like cup after cup, what I'm saying. I just can't stop drinking coffee, so so
yeah.
and so during the past like 2 weeks, I've just like every day I made a rule for myself like you can and you can only like drink 2 cups of coffee in one day, what I'm saying. So like
Hmm.
I
People don't
want
realize. People don't realize how harmful coffee can be,
yeah.
especially if you're addicted to it. You can't. They don't realize.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You just keep
Especially when you're in a moment where you can't have coffee, like it really drives you nuts. And that's the same thing with every addiction. Like if you go without the substance or any of the thing that you're addicted to for
yeah,
longer than a couple hours or a couple days, like a legit a couple hours,
yeah,
right? You would start to go crazy and you change.
exactly.
That's why quitting an addiction. That's why quitting an addiction is, yo, one of the worst addictions to quit is heroin
Yeah, exactly.
because it is this PG. Like, can
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I so one of the symptoms or like one of the things that you go through heroin withdrawal, you start getting uncontrollably horny.
Yeah.
I'm being for real. Like I'm talking about you get so hard you come without doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know this from because my uncle my uncle he was caught with heroin back in
Okay.
1999. I'm guessing 1999 or like 2000 around that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, and he was punished. And he told like we're cool now. We're cool. Me and him are cool. He got released like 2 years ago, 2 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And he kept on telling me these stories of how much trouble he got because he used to be in the yard and he was like working out. He looks down, he's just hard all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then nah, it's not a good place to be. You're hard and you're in prison. So like it's
Yeah.
not really yeah.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
No, but like I think to I think to overcome an addiction, you know what I'm saying, is just right and reduce it, and then over time you're eventually gonna stop because you're gonna get used to the routine of that. You're not having it that much at a certain time.
Hmm. Nah. Especially because electronics they stop you from experiencing what's important in life.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think um I think
I think
and
that's about it.
yeah, in conclusion, just don't keep your phone on you like and most times only just value yourself. Have some time attention. Have some time and attention to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Take action to
Hmm.
your goals. You know what I'm saying? And just and control and make yourself aware of it. Just yeah, that's all we're gonna say.
Nah, yeah. I think yeah, I think we're done here. Thank you for having me, Faiz.
No problem. No
I
problem.
wish you the I wish you the best. I hope your podcast really goes places
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
what you're doing here is you're doing here, giving giving people a place like where they can listen to advice. I think it's really good.
Exactly, exactly. And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube and like all my videos, and yeah, and follow me on Instagram, and follow Sam on Instagram. I'm gonna put the link down in the description. Yeah, and
Thank you.
if you want to listen to more, tune in on Spotify or any other platforms. Yeah. Stay safe, and thank you for listening. Bye.
Hey.